morning. So the hurricane has passed us by. I am outside to see what kind of damage has happened to my garden. We thankfully had just a little bit of high winds. My parents lost power. I know there was a lot of flooding in our area, but thankfully we made out okay. Art came up with this system next to the house. We have an issue because the driveway goes right up to the side of the house. Sometimes it leaks down when we have heavy rain, like with a hurricane. The water drips into the basement. So Art created this system here, the bucket brigade system, and it worked like a charm. We had very little bit of water in our basement, and then a canoe. I mean, a canoe is meant for water, right? And so what he did, and he's done this in the past, is we create a siphon using a hose, and then he takes it all the way out. We have to get enough let's see, it's not elevation, descent, whatever, to get the water to siphon out. So the hose goes all the way down there, and the low point is down there by the swing set. Art came up with the siphon idea with the canoe back, I think it was Hurricane Irene, and Irene did major damage to the Northeast. I don't know if you guys remember Irene, but that was probably the most intense hurricane that I had ever been. I think it made landfall here. It was like a Category 2 or Category 3. Lydia was just a baby, and I remember them calling for all EMS and fire volunteers to stay in station throughout the hurricane. It was pretty intense, and in some of our vlogs, camping vlogs, you guys have seen some of that damage from just the boulders moved and how the streams in the Adirondacks were completely rerouted permanently because of Hurricane Irene. Thankfully, this hurricane wasn't nearly as bad and really wasn't a big for us, it was not nearly to the extent as Irene, but we did get significant amount of water, and there is significant amount of flooding in our area. All right, I'll put this back up. We took this in because we didn't want to lose it. I'm gonna go check the garden now. Looks like we lost a few branches off of our tree. Nothing too bad. And the garden still seems to be standing. My main concern was the tomatoes. Those tomatoes are so top heavy now. Even though I've topped them off, they are so heavy. I was afraid the sticks we put in weren't going to hold them up, but they look like they did just fine. Even the sunflowers look okay. I bet all the water is going to make these plants grow a lot, though. I've got to harvest peppers. All right, there we go. Yep, we did lose one tomato. Went right over. I don't know if Art's going to be able to fix that. That must have been the way the wind was blowing, because they're all sort of leaning this way, especially that one, but that one just didn't hold up to all the weight. So we're going to have to work on that, because that's overtaking the one eggplant there in the corner and my squash. Oh look, I have a purple eggplant. Oh, that's so exciting. All right. Looks like we have a couple squash getting ready to pick and harvest, and all the other tomatoes were too small to really worry about. So I think, that tomato bush bent over, so I'm gonna have to tie that up today. Apparently what happened with this storm is, at least for me, I did not really know that much about it. There wasn't a whole lot of warning. In fact, up until yesterday morning, they said, oh, you're gonna get some rain, no biggie. And they didn't realize how far inland it was going to come. So I didn't have any prep time to putting into making sure the garden was secure, because all I knew was it was just going to be a little rain. And it turned out to be a little bit more than just a little bit of rain. You get out of my peach tree, you naughty squirrel. That little stinker's eating all the peaches in this tree. Oh, that makes me mad. And these guys look like they did just fine. Oh, these are so pretty. I love my zinnias. Oh, that got a little big. I wonder what else grew like that in there. There's a spaghetti squash in there. I have no idea. We are going to have so many mysteries in this patch of plants. You can't even see what's in there. Well, the cucumbers certainly didn't seem to be harmed from all that water, which is fabulous because they had gotten to looking really, really bad. Oh, look at that zucchini, I know, curling around. I tell you, oh, they don't need any water now, honey. 5 inch.
Big one, big one, big one. See it?
Oh, yeah, there it is. There's a big cucumber right there. We'll come out after. Mary, as soon as it dries out, we will come back out and pick everything. Everything's just a little too wet this morning. Yeah. Bean towers look like they're just fine. And everything in, well, Swiss chard looks a little worse for the wear, but everything else looks okay. My lettuce looks a little bent over, but that should be okay. Overall, not too bad. Just, we're gonna have to deal with that tomato plant this morning. Probably see if I can get Art to help me with that. That's probably gonna be a 2-man job with the size of that. That's weird. It's probably just steam from all the water that... Is it hot?
That's why not burning.
Wow. Very weird. Look at the amount of stuff coming out of it though.
Huh. Must just be steam.
Yeah, no, it's probably just steam from the sun. Same recipe, 2 different size pans. This one looks more like a coffee cake. This one looks more like a pancake. I made the first batch and I'm thinking this is never going to be enough for hungry boys. So I made the second one, except I don't have 2 of those metal sheet pans. So I decided I'd use my 9x13. Well, you saw how that came out. But it's still food, same recipe. One's a different thickness. Kids can cut them in half, slap some syrup on there and call it good. That's our breakfast. We're going to sit down and eat, and then I'm going to be working some more on these books, trying to get them out of here ASAP and get my life back to normal. He's eating that peach right up. Good morning. We are having a impromptu garage sale, book sale, curriculum sale this morning. We're doing 10 to 2 and our prices are 50 cents for books and $2 for curriculum. We had a mini sale. You gotta go get your shoes on. We did a little bit of a sale a couple days ago and sold 143, I think I told you? I think it's 143. We spent $25 in everything that we purchased from that school sale, and we've made $143 on everything that we've sold. That included a lamp, an end table, trying to think what else. There was a couple other miscellaneous things that we sold, and then the rest came from books. Most of those books were 50 cents a piece. We're going to try it again today. We have more books that we have to pick up next week, but we're thinking if we can whittle down a little bit, get some contacts out there, let them know, you know, this is the start of more to come. So keep an eye out on the Facebook site for, you know, us doing this sale again in a couple weeks. We're hoping that we can move a lot of these books. Art's rule, 10%. Books, you sell 10% at any sale. He's probably right. But here we go. Not the cup. Not for sale. We've got a couple tables here. And then we put the curriculum all over there. And then we have another table here. And we already had somebody stop by. She spent $10, right, Charity? I think it was $10. We're keeping this really laid back. You watched our having a massive garage sale from years and years ago. You know that this is tiny. This is super tiny for us. It's really no big deal. When we get all the other books, that will probably be more appropriate to the normal size garage sales that we have, but this is really just strictly focusing on books. We don't have really much of anything else here, but we're really hoping to be able to get these books into the hands of those who need them. So Art, where are you heading off to?
We're going to an estate sale that Janelle found.
And what are you looking for?
We're looking for junk.
Okay,
I know I hate to say
okay,
that,
so
but
our viewers here are inquiring why we're suddenly buying junk when we've been purging junk for years.
Did you tell them why yet?
No.
Okay, we just started a little fix-it shop.
For those of our longtime viewers, you guys know that the boys actually purchased a lawn tractor a few years ago. It was broken. They fixed it up and then they sold it for a considerable amount of profit. And that sort of started just this fixing up process that Peter and Art really enjoyed. Buying broken things, fixing it. You guys know if you watch this channel that Art is a fix-it-up type of guy. He can fix up a whole bunch of things. He's very handy. And Art's shop, because of the school district being closed because of COVID, the reality is there's really no band, which his job is very dependent on schools and band. So we're going a little switching gears here. We're going to take advantage of Art's amazing fix-up skills to be able to fix things. And along the way, Peter has a workbench now that he's going to be working side by side with Art. So he's going to be learning probably small engine repair. He's going to be learning glass repair. I mean, you name it, I'm guessing we're going to have, right, Art? I suspect.
We're going to try to learn to fix just about everything.
And you guys know, I mean, Art just fixed our roof. He's fixed everything. So I think you guys are going to do really well at that. But we need some test subjects.
Right.
And where are you going? You're going to find them.
We also need screws and tools and things like that too.
Okay, so I'll hand you the camera.
Okay.
And I'll hang out here, and we'll see what we can sell.
I'll see what we got. See what we can find to buy and what we can find to sell.
Now Daddy's going in. Our Daddy's looking for tools or cool stuff.
We're back home and we found 2 garage sales, but we did not buy anything at either garage sale. So, well, we didn't get any more junk. I'm going to see what Janelle sold while we were gone. Did we sell anything while we were gone?
No. Nothing.
Oh, that's awful. We did not buy anything either.
Oh, good. Net.
So it evens out. This year we've had a lot of pretty yellow and black swallowtail butterflies in our garden. Look at that. He loves the marigolds. We also have these cabbage butterflies too, the white and black ones. Looks like we're about ready to pick our peppers. A lot of peppers there. Wow. And the birds love our sunflowers. We've had a lot of birds on there. You can see that they've eaten a lot of the sunflower seeds from there so far. And they're welcome to all the sunflower seeds they want from there. And one came right up to our house. Look at that. And Daniel's enjoying looking at the butterflies too. I just harvested the banana peppers and look at that crop. This is off of I think about 10 plants and I only got maybe half of them, so there's still a lot more left. I'm going to weigh them all and see how many pounds we have. It's probably quite a few. Well, that bowl is 2 pounds 13.5 ounces. I'll weigh the rest. So let's see what we have. Altogether we have, looks like all together we have 6 pounds 15.5 ounces after I add them all together.